Alright, you guys, so we're going to be doing a speed build video for The Sims. Now, I am not the best builder in the world, but it looks like for The Sims 4 at least, they've made building a little bit easier. So we're gonna take a stab at it anyway. When in doubt, I can add on parts of the house as I go along, which will happen and what you will see as I record the series. So The Sims is back in full swing on my channel. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys are confused as to what I mean. What I mean is, when I joined YouTube in 2016, I was big on The Sims. I love playing The Sims. The first time I tried making Let's Plays of The Sims, I didn't have a good mic, and people were making comments about it, and I felt powerless because I had no money, absolutely no money to buy a mic. Although I could have used my phone and then loaded the sound file on my laptop. And then the second try for The Sims, it was okay. My Sims got into some fun shenanigans, but then my laptop started becoming slow over time. Like when I used to be able to play The Sims without problems, it was crashing, and I had to make sure I saved so I didn't lose something important. And then I decided to put everything on hold just due to how it just wasn't working, due to my slowly deteriorating content. I mean, not content, but equipment. So everything, The Sims, the Telltale series, Life is Strange, everything that I was doing on the channel had to be put on hold. Originally, I put the gaming videos on hold because I was discouraged at how poorly they were doing. Like, I would get maybe 2 to 6 views a video, and I couldn't figure out for the likes of it why. So I thought maybe if I had better equipment, I'll get more views. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought maybe if I had a better laptop, I'd get more views. And then I was doing tutorials and vlogs. I was alternating back and forth. I kind of felt off balance when I put those gaming videos on hold. I still could have came up with a decent schedule. For example, I could have did tutorials on Tuesdays, vlogs on Fridays, and the viewers still would have known what to expect. What I should have done was not quit the gaming videos completely. There are plenty of older Sims games I could have tried, like the Sims 2 and the Sims story games. And I could have tried playing indie games. Those could be run on any machine. But long story short, I was without a laptop for a while before I finally got a new one. So what happened was, as it got slow, it became harder and harder to do things. For instance, editing took longer than normal. For instance, VSDC editor, which is what I used to use, I would have enormous playback lag. Therefore, it would be harder to view the video, to make sure I edit out unneeded parts like long pauses or just saying the same thing in a different way, or something that I just felt wasn't needed in a video, not necessary, so I couldn't watch out for that. Thus, people making comments about it, but because the lag is so bad, I couldn't catch it. So I would just skip through just to finish because I was frustrated. And then I was rendering a video for Undertale, and normally the last episode of the Let's Play will be the longest simply because the last portion of the game is long. A 30 that would take, I would say, about an hour. Now, a video that normally would take an hour or maybe 90 minutes would take 5-6 hours. And it ended up to the point where the only games I could play were indie games. Otherwise, if I tried recording Roblox or The Sims, because I still had it on my computer before I had to do a fresh reinstall, anything else got slower. And it is rough when you can't put out the best content you can due to your equipment having issues, and then people see it they see the quality kind of rolling back, and people might be put off by it, but in reality, your equipment is rolling back. So my laptop quit in 2018. And what happened was whenever I tried to plug it in to charge, it would not charge. Not like when you plug your phone in and it charges, and you plug your laptop in, it charges. You get the idea. That wasn't happening for the laptop. So I don't know what the problem was. I don't know if it was the battery. And I didn't know anybody who had a similar laptop to me. So I can borrow their charger to see, or see that they have a similar laptop and borrow their battery to be able to rule it out, because I didn't want to risk spending money on a battery only for that not to be the problem, or spending money on another charger only for that not to be the problem. And I tried scrounging up what I could on my cryptocurrency blogs. In case you guys don't know, I found a site called steemit.com. It's like Reddit, but it's the opposite. Unlike Reddit, on Steemit, they don't hate self-promotion. So basically Reddit is like Reddit, except they value you posting your work and they reward you for it. In Reddit, you're shunned and ostracized for posting your content. So think about it that way. The opposite of Reddit in a way. And I was trying to scrounge up the little rewards I got, because you can trade cryptocurrency for actual money on your bank or PayPal. But that was not working out because I was getting literally scraps. I was getting literally pennies. So it will take me until I'm 50 to save up. And I did miss playing The Sims in the process, and Roblox. I missed those games in the process. Then this year I got lucky and was able to buy a laptop, and that I can bring back The Sims and Roblox, because that's really what I cared about. And then maybe save it for a PS4 or Xbox, whichever people prefer, and then do other games that I really wanted to play but couldn't due to not having a good computer on console. Sometimes I like to switch things up on my channel and try something new. Never really gamed on console, but hey, I might like it. And if I don't, at least I'll just have a PS4 to play games off screen, if console gaming becomes too difficult. And then I want to try some Wii games, because I feel that's something new to throw on the channel. I'm all about doing new things. The one problem that I did have throughout my journey on YouTube with gaming videos is people making comments about the games that I play. They understood that I really wanted to play newer games on my channel, but I just did not have the equipment. I did not have a good laptop. My old laptop couldn't even run games from 2012. I had a Wii, but no capture card, because they can argue were released maybe a year ago or so. No money to buy a capture card, so I couldn't do the game on the Wii. In other words, even if I had the PS5 before Wii was even released, people should be allowed to play whatever games they want on their channel. Now, I don't want this to only be a rant, but I want to prove a point that people should be able to play whatever games they want, review whatever games they like, review whatever movies they like, review whatever TV shows they like, rather than only having to review a TV show because it's new and it's in. Playing a game that's in doesn't guarantee getting loads of views, if that's why people kept saying this. You could play a game that was put on the shelf yesterday. The streamers are gonna beat you to it. Streamers, all they gotta do is set up whatever they use to stream, and bam, unlike Let's Players who has to download the game to their computer or their PlayStation, record, edit, make thumbnails, post it. So, no matter what, I'm going to have trouble standing out to the crowd, no matter how new or old the game is. That is all I'm saying. It's just to let someone play whatever game they want. And if older games are not your thing, then that person's channel isn't your thing. Why should someone try to change the sole purpose of people who sub to them simply because it's not that guy's thing? Now, I'm not saying to just outright ignore no new suggestions, but I'm saying if playing retro games is the sole purpose of why people subscribe, and are you really gonna change the sole reason why people subscribe to your channel because one guy doesn't like it, and the people who do want that content get pushed away? I want y'all to see it from that perspective. Ask yourself, why are people subscribed to this channel? And if you just change that, do you think that that might push them off over time? That's how I want you guys to see it. That just don't ignore every single new suggestion, but kind of think about it for a bit. Maybe solicit feedback from people already subscribed to you. Say, hey, would you guys mind if I added some games from 2012 or 2013? Would you mind if I played a new game every now and then? Would you mind if I did this? Just to give them a heads up and see how they feel about it. Because with those subscribers watching, that could help your video get pushed out to new people, with people watching and clicking. If you take away the sole purpose of why they subbed, then that's kind of how I want to see things. But with that aside, I'm gonna play the games that either I like, the games that I can afford to, or the games that my equipment can handle. And if people who come across the channel can't understand that, I cannot force them to. All I can do is tell them I don't have the money for X, don't have the money for Y, or don't have money for the game at the moment. And maybe if there's a sale or a bundle or some type of deal, I'll buy it. But right now, I can't afford the game. Other than that, I would love to play it. So if they don't understand, then I just have to just move on. Because that's the best thing you can do, is just move on. Tell them you can't afford the game or whatever circumstances, and maybe down the line when there's a sale or a deal or a bundle, you can afford the game. And what I mean by bundle is sometimes you can get 10 games for $20 or something when there are deals. It's okay, so you guys are gonna love the shenanigans that my Sims get into in The Sims 4 and The Sims 3. You guys are gonna love that, because those shenanigans were the sole reasons why I started playing The Sims, and be like, wow, y'all don't want to miss that. So I'm thinking, since The Sims is a miscellaneous game, I was thinking about doing it on Thursdays with Roblox. What I might do is I might alternate between Roblox and The Sims, or while I'm working on Roblox, do The Sims, or while I'm working on The Sims, do Roblox, and vice versa. Make sure you keep an eye out on the channel, because I do premiere my videos. So I hope you guys enjoy the changes to the channel.